Gentlemen's and gentle dudettes, welcome back to the Reject Garage. It's time for another transmission service at 142,000, almost 143,000 miles. We're going to be using Amsoil Signature Series. Had to rig up the battery booster just to get the miles. Alright, and away we go. Alright, so after removing the battery and the airbox, obviously, cracked open the check port there, or that's the fill port, I'm sorry, and then that's the check port, I believe. No, wait, no, that one. Alright, so obviously I removed the battery, the airbox, and the battery tray to give ease of access to everything. The check port, I believe, is back there, where you can take the dipstick that I bought. Obviously, it's buried in this box. Anyway, we'll get to that later. But we're going to crack it open and drain it. So I got these both open so the air can be let out. Now let's see, I let some of it out already, but I wanted to get a video of the pour. As you can see, the fluid's not even that dirty. Almost 100,000 miles on it. I serviced it at around 55,000, I think, and I'm at 142, almost 143, so I gotta say I'm happy with the clarity of the fluid. It seemed to hold up well in the heat out here. And of course, rushing it through with no prior planning on this video. Just pulled out the dipstick. I did forget to check the level before I drained it, but I'm essentially gonna just match whatever I take out of it and put back about the same into it. It ends up being like 3.5 to 4 quarts, almost 5 quarts, depending how much you're able to take out. We'll see where it measures on the dipstick though, once we fill it. And to loosen that guy up there, you need a 15/16. And then for that one, I just used the dingus end of this guy. So, easy peasy. As I finish letting her drain, I'm gonna jack it up, change the angle of the Jeep, let the last little bit of fluid come out. I just jacked up the rear on the opposite end and it actually dumped a little more fluid. That was awesome. Alright, just gonna clean it up, seal it up, then fill her up. Doesn't have to be too tight. Just one click over until it stops. Nice and clean. That way if it leaks or anything, then I know. I don't think it'll leak. This thing's never leaked. Knock on wood. Got just a little over 4 quarts out of it, so that's what we're going to put back in it. Whoa. Spilling. I'm doing one at a time with this small bottle here because it'll be a lot easier. In goes another. Oops. Kind of tricky to multitask and not at least drip a little bit out. Pour me another, pour me another, pour me another drink. My pocket's full of bank. I'm not trying to violate copyright. Overfill. I too like to live dangerously. Oh boy. Oh jeez. I knew I would do that. And the last little bit. Dump it and I'll clean it up. Hey, I paid good money for this stuff. Leave me alone. Here's another way to keep it simple. What you take out is what you put back in. I drain that out back into here and we're up to full again. Perfect. Alright, time to put the battery tray back on. You get the idea. And anytime I pull them out of the car, I like to charge them. Oh, the joy of lifting these heavy things. This one's old too. Oh my goodness, I'm gonna need 2 hands. My experience with Odyssey has been hit and miss. This one's from 2018 and it's still kicking, even though barely. But I've had ones that are 2 or 3 years old go bad, so it's very strange. And always secure the battery. Key untacked. Alright, now we're going to start it up, running through the gears, check the fluid level before we put the air box back on. Well, I don't hear any grinding metal or clunking parts falling on the ground, and it hasn't dumped out all the fluid yet, so I must have done something right so far. How do we say YouTube certified, right? Drive, neutral, reverse, neutral, park, drive, neutral, reverse. Pretty sure we leave it running for the fluid level check. Do we have anything on it? Hey, we do. That's a good sign. Let me try one more time to get a more accurate reading. And we have a little bit of fluid on it. We're about the 30 mark. That's pretty good. I'm gonna be about at the 30 or 35 as far as I remember. So we are golden. Beautiful. Okay. Pow! Just like that, she's back together and ready for a road test. Giving it about half throttle. I gotta say, the shifts feel good. They definitely feel improved. Oh yeah, that's crispy. I like it. Normal acceleration, about a third of the pedal at most. Needless to say, service your transmissions. That was definitely worth it. It didn't cost me a whole lot to get a gallon of transmission fluid from Amsoil, the Signature Series. It really wasn't that expensive. Yeah, I definitely feel the difference, and I want this transmission to last to like 300,000 miles if I can get it. My original Jeep Patriot, which was a 2013, had the CVT. The CVT transmission died at 197,000. So if I can get like 300,000 out of this, I'll be more than happy with it. All right, we'll do a freeway pull on the on-ramp. Second gear. Let's just floor it. Oh yeah, that's crispy. Second and a third feels great. There's kind of a rare sight for you. But I did find a gas station today for $2.91 I paid. Wasn't bad. $2.91. $3.36 over there. Forget about it. Final thoughts for you guys. Don't believe it when they say it's a lifetime fluid or 100,000 mile fluid, especially if you live in a hot climate or anywhere that's kind of extreme. Las Vegas is no exception to that. It gets very hot out here most of the year, especially those 4 months of summer. Yeah, I like to do it every 50 to 100,000 miles in this thing. I want it to last long. Service your stuff as much as you can. They don't build it as nice as they used to, even just a few short years ago. So you got to take care of your things if you want them to last. Anyway, feel free to smack that likes button if you'd like. If not, it's cool either way. Thank you for considering, and thank you for watching my channel. Appreciate y'all. Over and out.